Good morning, Norcal Karters. It is April 26th, and we have a busy podcast today. There's a lot of racing action going on this coming week, and there were a few events this past weekend, and we also have a lot of information to go over. One of the best ways to find information that I'm resharing for other promoters and tracks is our Facebook page under Norcal Karters. A lot of times I copy and paste or share directly to the Norcal Karters page on Facebook just to get that information out there. Also, we have this weekly podcast. And this week, the podcast is brought to you by extrakartparts.com. So again, extrakartparts.com. That's extra, kart with a K, parts.com. And again, this is going to be a very, very busy show because there was some racing action this past weekend, and there's a lot of action coming up in the next couple of weeks. So, all of these events that I'm mentioning, they are on norcalkarters.com under the calendar section. So, norcalkarters.com under calendar. And this past weekend, the Pro Kart Challenge kicked off their 2021 season at Buttonwillow. And there's actually a funny video I posted on Facebook of somebody else announcing the race, and I'm guessing it was the 100cc class, and it was just a great last two corners across the start-finish line. But go check it out on my page, again, facebook.com/Norcal Karters. But the announcer, he was pretty excited, and so it looked like there was a good race down there, especially for the tag stuff. And also, Bakersfield Kart Club, they had a race this past weekend. And again, social media, it's love it or hate it. There actually is some very good information on there if you can sort through the distractions. But someone had posted that apparently all the KT100s that everyone's looking for, apparently they're racing in Bakersfield. So I think they had posted there was over 20 KT100s in a particular class, which I was surprised to hear. But again, that was the Bakersfield Kart track, Bakersfield Kart Club. And again, Pro Kart and Bakersfield, both taking place this past weekend. Then today, Monday, April 26th, I'm doing my podcast. I'm live. If you're listening live, you can chat live. If you have something to add or you want to mention, again, go to one of the apps. Go to norcalkarters.com, click on podcast. You can also search for us on your favorite podcast player. Now, some of you have had issues in the past where the podcast starts to play, and then when the screen goes black, the podcast shuts off. So you have to go into your settings, and you have to allow the player or whatever device you're using or platform to run in the background when the screen shuts off. So I know my personal phone, I run an Android. When I black the screen out when I'm listening to a YouTube video, it does the same thing. It just stops playing. So I have to have the YouTube screen up even when I'm driving, which is kind of a pain because I leave my phone in the cup holder. But I do need to go back and, again, give permission to YouTube to run in the background with the screen off, and then it will just play. So if those of you have had problems with that, check into those options. And let's get to the events. So this weekend, May 1st and May 2nd, Shasta Kart Club, May 1st and May 2nd. Then also this weekend is the Blue Max Kart Club. And with the Blue Max Kart Club, the NorCal 80cc Shifter Championship. They will be hitting their home track, which is going to be the Blue Max Kart Club this weekend. So check that out. We also have Northern Nevada Kart Club, race number 2. So Northern Nevada Kart Club, race number 2. And I have on the calendar Henry Damus and his limited 125 Shifters of NorCal will be heading to Reno to support the Reno event. And the Reno website is nnkcreno.com. Again, nnkcreno.com. Northern Nevada Kart Club, race number 2. And going forward into May 5th, Cinco De Mayo. one of my favorite holidays. I love it. I just really, really, really love Mexican food. But Cinco, I know that's not the intention of the holiday, but isn't that what us Americans have done? We've taken all holidays and turned them into eating and drinking fests. But Cinco de Mayo, Wednesday, May 5th. And then we have CRC, California Rock Championship. They are kicking off their series at Buttonwillow on May 7th, which is a Friday. Again, at Buttonwillow. It's not too late to register, so you can go to challengekarting.com and you can register for the CRC event, which is a California Rock Championship. And again, they're kicking off at Buttonwillow. And it looks like Team GFC Karting will be on hand supporting his customers. So we have challengekarting.com to pre-register for that event. And gfckarting.com. Gary will be down there supporting his team and his customers on the GFC chassis brand. And again, that is May 7th and 8th. And let's see here. The May 9th, Sunday, May 9th Sunday is Mother's Day. So here's your reminder. I'm giving you 2 weeks. Mother's Day, May 9th. And then we go to the next weekend, May 15th and 16th. So let's see, May 15th and 16th. Prairie City 4-stroke weekend. Prairie City 4-stroke weekend, May 15th and 16th. Also, Sonoma Rock Cup race number 3 will be taking place. Sonoma Rock Cup race number 3, May 15th and 16th. And again, Gary Carlton will be at Sonoma supporting his GFC brand with his customers. And I just added to the calendar, norcalkarters.com/calendar. There's a group in the Modesto area that is trying to basically piggyback off of a Carton Coffee. So they're doing a Carton Coffee, and that event takes place Sunday, May 16th from 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And again, it's in Modesto, and it's in the parking lot of the McHenry Village Shopping Center. So if you go to norcalkarters.com, click on the calendar, we have the address on there, and they had been posting on social media, again, just trying to get some interest in the carts to piggyback off the Carton Coffee. So it's going to be Carton Coffee down in Modesto. So go check that out. And if you have a similar event that you'd like to promote, let me know, because I'll put those on the calendar for you. It's free of charge to put stuff on the calendar, and it's just a good way to promote karting to they're already auto enthusiasts at these shows. I did it a couple times last year in Galt. Brought my carts out to the local coffee shop, and actually there was a number of people that stopped by. Many older karters stopped by and said, "Oh, I used to race karts," and we struck up a conversation, and I handed out business cards for Norcal Karters, and even to this day, people come up to me, "Hey, when you're bringing the carts back out?" So I probably need to get on that a little bit better. But again, Karts and Coffee, May 16th down in Modesto, and that is on the norcalkarters.com calendar. Let's see here. And for those that missed it, I did the announcing for Sonoma Rock Cup race number 2, and it's the first time I really did announcing for an event. It was a lot of fun, actually. It was a completely different experience. I did experiment with doing a live broadcast on this podcast channel, and so I had started a live. Sorry, I got completely sidetracked because I started thinking to myself, where did I post this particular podcast I'm doing right now? So I was doing a live podcast, and so if you were listening at home, there was a couple of people that had commented. So I know people were listening away from the track. Keep in mind, I was doing the general PA announcements for Rock Sonoma, and I was trying to do the podcast. So, there's a lot of times in the podcast I was doing the, 100cc senior, you're up in 10 minutes, and etc. So I'm going to work on that for the next race, where I can toggle on and off the podcast and the live PA and go back and forth. But yeah, we're going to keep improving on that. And it's just something a little bit different for me. And again, it was a lot of fun. And I'll be back announcing for the Sonoma Rock Cup on May 15th and 16th. And just in case, I don't think I mentioned the website. To register for Sonoma Rock, go to sanzarukarting.com, sanzarukarting.com. And for information on the Prairie City four-stroke weekend, you can go to pckarting.com. So 2 different events on May 15th and 16th. pckarting.com is the Prairie City four-stroke weekend. And Sonoma Rock, race number 3, sanzarukarting.com. And then May 17th is tax day, and also another Norcal Karters podcast. But May 17th is tax day, so get your taxes done. I'm mainly saying that out loud to remind myself to do my taxes. So, yeah, thank goodness for the extension. Let's see here. Then we have CCKRA, Central California Kart Racing Association, cckra.com. Round number 3 at Fresno. And while I'm saying that out loud, give me 1 second here, because I know on their website they had that as to be determined. Still tentative. So maybe reach out to the CCKRA crew to find out if that event is taking place or not, because right now on their live calendar, it's showing as tentative. It's supposed to be at the Fresno Fairgrounds. And rewind. So that's May 22nd and 23rd. Also May 22nd, Bakersfield Kart Club. Bakersfield Kart Club. And May 23rd, Northern Nevada Kart Club. Northern Nevada Kart Club on May 23rd. And rounding out May 29th and 30th is your KPX crew. So KPX is May 29th and 30th. So that's May in a nutshell. So I started switching up the format a little bit on the podcast here. Starting to basically just run through the events pretty quickly at the beginning of the show. Then if I'm going to ramble or rant, it'll be at the end of the show. And that's kind of going to be the format for the next couple of months. We'll see how that goes. But again, you can always go to norcalkarters.com, click on the podcast to listen or to share. You can go to your favorite podcast player. You can download the episodes and listen at your convenience. And again, all of the events that I'm now announcing, they are on the Norcal Karters calendar. Again, norcalkarters.com. And over the next couple of months, there's going to be some changes on the Norcal website. Going to tie it in a little bit better to the YouTube channel, tie it in more to the podcast stuff. Again, it's mainly going to be front page type things that are going to change. So keep an eye out for that. And let's see here. And okay, now I can ramble. So Blue Max Kart Club, they have events coming up, and they are starting to do pre-registration. So you can check out the Blue Max Kart Club website or go on their Facebook page. And again, they've been promoting that they are having basically pre-registration. I did share that to the Norcal Karters page on Facebook as well. So for quick reference to anything I'm mentioning, you can always go to Facebook and click on the Norcal Karters website and find the information that way. Because sometimes on Facebook, you share something or you like it, and then it's gone. And then you ask you, well, how do I get that again? So, but Blue Max, they are going to have online registration. Tim Williams has been working his butt off out there trying to keep the track clean and, doing some touch-up where they can. So hats off to Tim Williams and the whole crew over at Blue Max Kart Club. And again, I'm I'm actually looking for their pre-registration post, but again, it's Facebook. So sometimes it's just gone. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a video I posted of the 100cc race down at Buttonwillow. And it was a last corner, last lap action, and the announcer did an outstanding job. So I need to step up my announcing game. So go check that out on Facebook, Norcal Karters. And Challenge Karting. You're coming close to your pre-registration deadline. So they're kicking off their CRC event. Again, I mentioned it earlier in this podcast. The CRC event, May 7th and 8th. So Andy's putting out information on the track layouts. Again, I shared that on the Facebook page. He's also putting out information on I'm getting so distracted. I apologize. Sometimes Facebook's a great tool, and then sometimes it's just a huge distraction. Because over the past week, I've posted a lot of stuff that other promoters have put on their site, and I just shared it to the NorCal page, Norcal Karters page. And then I'm trying to reference it, and it's just gone. So, back to CRC, challengekarting.com. Round number 1 will be at Buttonwillow. And it looks like they're doing cart number 2 counterclockwise direction. So counterclockwise direction for Buttonwillow for CRC. And let's see here. They also have a 100cc update from Challenge of Americas. It looks like they are still going to allow the IAME KA100 and the Rock VLR to race together. So that's some updates they had. And Northern Nevada Kart Club, race number 1. I shared on the Norcal Karters page on Facebook. Again, this is all Facebook I'm referencing right at this moment. They posted a number of different photos from their race number 1 and a lot of podium pictures there. So that was Northern Nevada Kart Club. And, oh, you know what? Track Magic Rally. I did not mention the Track Magic. Oh, you know what? I know why. Because that's in June and I didn't go that far out today. So the Track Magic Super Rally, Pat's Acres, June 4th, 5th, and 6th. Put it on your calendar if you're a Track Magic fan. That's also the same weekend as Rock Cup USA Rock Fest in NOLA, New Orleans. So Track Magic Super Rally, June 4th, 5th, and 6th. Check it out. Add it to your calendar. And again, all of this that I'm reading off in the past 5 minutes is on the Facebook Norcal Karters page. So again, anytime I see something that looks interesting or relates to Northern California Karters, I try to post it and share it as fast as I can just so I don't forget. And let's see, what else do we have? There's a lot. I know there's a lot of stuff out there. However, I'm kind of spacing out, as you can tell. I do that a lot. I either space out or I ramble. It's one or the two. But that's probably a good place to end today's podcast. So again, thank you for those that are listening and downloading. The numbers every week just keep increasing on the downloads. So the live interaction, it definitely could be better. And I think that's on my part. I know I tend to ramble, but I also, I'm working on more guests for the podcast. And then it's also a time thing. I know I've been hit or miss with the time. For a while, I was pretty steady at Monday, 8 o'clock, and I noticed a lot more people were listening live at that time frame. And then I don't know why I got away from that. I don't know if things just got busy, and then I decided I had to slot the podcast in where I had the best available time. Not sure. I need to do a little self-reflection on that and see what's going on there. But again, your favorite podcast player, just search Norcal Karters. And if you have any issues with the podcast, if you have events you want to mention, anything that you think is going to be of value to a carter in the Northern California area or surrounding areas, please reach out to me and let me know. This show isn't so I can hear myself talk. It's to help grow the sport and get information out there. So if I'm missing something, let me know. If I can improve, definitely let me know. You're not going to hurt my feelings. And that's it. Thank you for listening. NorcalKarters.com or Facebook.com/NorcalKarters. Have a great week.